is land, because every other day it appreciates in value as opposed to anything else. You will buy your car and you're told, you know, you don't have it. You're now willing to get one. But with land, I bought it at 3 million, before you know it, it's at 20 million, before you know it, it's even more expensive. And, you know, we ask ourselves, could it be the reason a lot of myth and fear revolving around buying land? So the question this morning is, land a risky investment? So the question is land a risky investment? And we have specialists that sit in the land sector and will tell us whether indeed it is a investment. Perhaps will tell you that it is not, because that is where they see it. But, you know, with them comes the aspect of knowledge as to how you go it right in the event that you decide that you want to venture into the real estate world or you want to invest in land. Joining me for this very conversation, Moses Mogunganga, who is right next to me. Moses Mogunganga is Director, Golden Chance Real Estate Limited. Thank you, sir, for creating time, as well as Samuel Gitari, who is the CEO of Properties. They'll also be telling us what they do and what special offers they have in terms of, you know, investing in land or real estate. Gentlemen, there's always this desire, but at the same time fear, in equal measures, of investing. And why do you suppose it is the case? We start with you.
Oh, thank you so much. As you have heard, my name is Moses Mogunganga, Director, Golden Chance Real Estate. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah.
I want to say that land is a very important factor of production for any economy, and I can say investing in land is not as risky, though there are risks.
Yeah.
So when you go investing in land, there are those risks that come along with it. So it is very important to understand what type of risk you are going to get along. It is very important to understand the procedure. And most importantly, it is very important to purchase land using the right people. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And when you say right people, is that today the market's rated and, you know, everybody excited about land. Knowing the right people, knowing the right direction of land is one big problem. How do you go about it?
Very much, Linda. My name is Samuel Gitari. Now, this topic in terms of risks involved in land investment.
Yeah.
Now, property or land investment is just like investment. It has ups and downs. All right. It has its risks. The higher the risk, the higher the return, as they say out there. So the best scenario is, like any other investment, is usually to compare what you're getting into versus the market is offering. In this case, you have to weigh your options in terms of if there's an option on the table for property.
Yeah.
Then best option as a client is to minimize the risks as much as possible, as well as maximize the profit or the benefit.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the person you're investing from is just one factor in among the risks involved. All right.
Yeah.
You're just solving one dynamic by getting. Yeah. All right. And in this case, now leading to your question is, you have to check the track record. You have to know their and by itself has no problem. All right. And by it's just subject to the market, market benefits and pros. Solving one factor of the people, all right, that now guarantees you that you're able to use property genuinely and benefit from it for in the long term.
Yeah. All right. So would we say that perhaps land is a risky as it stands today, and the difficulties that come with that and are unique to us as a country?
Thank you. I think, as I had said earlier, investing in land is not risky. In one time or the other, maybe you are going to find yourself, you're in need of land. Every day of our lives, we need land, either for agriculture, either to settle your house, or for commercial purposes. Maybe you're going to need to buy. The most important thing, the need will come at a particular time. You need land at some point. The most important thing is to understand there are risks surrounding the matter.
Yeah.
But land is risky because there are so many people who have purchased properties successfully. So there are some people, some cases where purchases go at a loss. So the most important aspect as you go looking for land is first to understand why are you looking for that particular piece of land. Then what is the procedure of acquiring that property? Then who are the right people are you going to involve? Procedure. Maybe if you're going to use your advocate, any conveyance companies that maybe you are going to engage, make sure that you select the having a good track record so that you don't lose your money. Because on the other hand, it's good to know that land is quite expensive. Yeah. You got to find land maybe selling at 10,000 or so that maybe the cheapest piece of land you're going to buy is selling 1,000 or above. Yeah. So if you're not careful, you're going to lose your money. So it's very important to select the right team or the right people that are going to guide you to purchase the land you're looking for.
Why have rogue dealers as well to, thrive so well in this sector, or so to speak, and especially those of you who are, in the very same sector? It is one thing for me to lose the money, but it's even worse when there's this myth and this notion that land dealers and real estate owners really are not the best people to rush to. And they're the very same people that are supposed to run the event that we want land, and good deals for that very reason. Why do you suppose there's been such an open space for those ones that are rogue to thrive?
Linda, what I can say is that the real estate sector is just an open market like any other, all right? And just like in the sectors, we have the genuine people and not so genuine people, all right? Even in the motor vehicle industry, the genuine and the not genuine people, they come in the market with equal measure, all right? So they're not just pushed in one sector, like in the real estate sector. Yeah. They are equally distributed in any other expenditure you'd want to spend. If you want to buy cars, if you want to buy clothes, then these people are distributed evenly. Then concentrating on the real estate sector, then it comes down to regulations, right? Regulations for how they're implemented, all right? Of course, we have regulations governing even, just like any other sector in the market, governing the real estate industry, all right? And even bodies are governing the players in the industry, all right? It's just that the real estate industry has been highlighted, to show that all bad guys are pushed on that direction. But then it's not, all right? Even we have regulations even in the Constitution, even where like Section 313 of the Penal Code, where this is where they talk about obtaining money by false pretense.
Yeah.
Right? And this is where now, of course, this is the main section that governs. If we are exchanging money for a piece of property, if I'm not able to deliver, then I'm exposing myself to that particular circumstance. Yes, but then if you're asking about regulations, they are, but then if they're implemented more and our customers are aware of them, then we're able to reduce the many cases that are there in the industry.
Lots of brokers and agents that are supposed to assist people through of obtaining property. How does one then get to know and conduct their diligence and know that this now is a legit one, this one I can work with, this one I can trust, this one will give me affordable rates and rates for that matter?
Or just like my brother is saying, Samuel, in a property business, just like any other business, it attracts so many people who are interested in making an extra coin. So you are going to find that there are so many genuine people selling properties, but then there are others who are going to come in as cons, if I may say so, because they find an opportunity to get something, to reap where they have not planted. And maybe the same case, you are going to find that many brokers or agents are going to find an opportunity because the property are so many.
Yeah.
Every day you have people asking for land on social media everywhere. So it is an exposed business. So brokers find an opportunity to come in and maybe market what they have. So if you're careful, there's some very good brokers going to guide you to the very genuine, they are very honest, they are going to make it settle to what you want.
Yeah.
But there are others who are going to take advantage to mislead you to purchase maybe a property you did not want with documentation or so, like cases. So for you to identify maybe a company that is legit to assist you in transacting, property businesses are usually registered. You may ask for their documentation so that you verify. You can you can conduct a search so that you to verify if the documents they issued you are real or fake documents. I personally would say I fell into the hands of brokers who were not good. Why I entered into real estate business? It's because I was conned at some point. I lost money.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, buying a property. Yes. I had taken a loan, and I by influence of brokers whose intentions were not right. So I lost close to 3 million, and there was a loan I had taken, so I had to service it. So I lost a double because I lost to
servicing something that has not.
Yeah. Exactly, I lost to the con, and I had to pay the loan. So there are people who are going to lead you to make a mistake, but you must be very careful when you identify a legit company that is going to lead you to the same.
Yeah. And that's a very, very sad story, but also the reality that's on the ground. We could come and stand on the same piece of land, 3 of us, and we all claim that it is ours because we were sold to. What are some of the basic things to understand before you're excited about a broker or an agent, or you're even excited of buying land from the owner? What are some of the most important things that you need to be alert on to avoid a scenario where 3 of you will be owning the same piece of land?
A property is usually a forward process. It's usually basic and not complicated at all. Maybe the first steps, Linda, you need to know or to do is first visit the property, all right?
Okay.
If you're out in the market, you're looking for a property you're interested in, create time to visit the property first. Not just one property, visit. First, you're able to look to solve to them with it's called all right, to solve a problem with location risk, because apart from the property being genuine, then you're also exposing yourself to something we call location risk. This is in the case where everything is genuine and the location is not right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So in this case, you visiting the property, then you're able to check one of the boxes, and that would be location risk. You say this is the kind of property I would want. All right. Yeah. And then the second thing would be even to now meet the owner. Right. If the person who has taken you to the ground is not the owner, you know, then meet the owner. Although it would have been even a better idea if you are with the owner on the ground from the word go. All right. Like in this case, if you're using a real estate company that's not an agent or a from scratch. Okay. Then the step would be due diligence. All right. Due diligence in this case is where you first get the legitimacy of the company. Property. If it's a real estate company, make sure you know the owners or the directors, because now these are the signatories for all the transactions that you're going to do. Yeah. Make sure the company is genuine, it's registered, and then again, like you said, get to know the genuinity of the property. In this case, by doing a search. Search at the lands office, it's fairly straightforward, and should be able to tell you, like in this case, Saul Gitari is the property owner of this property. All right. So
you operate from Nairobi. You operate from Nairobi.
We operate from Nairobi. Our offices are in CBD, but then now we have property scattered
across the country.
Across the country, but then in the suburbs, you know, around Nairobi.
What do you say about the land digitization process?
I would say that's a genius. All right?
It's working well?
It is. We are not at 100% for sure, because at the moment the digitization process that they're doing at the moment only is applicable in Nairobi, right? You know, in Nairobi County. Yeah. But then what we're looking forward is this process going as quickly as possible, so that now you even be applicable even up country, right? In counties such as Chakos, Kiambu, you know, Kajiado, Meru. But then the process on paper, it's a very good process. In this case, fairly straightforward, reducing even the time taken to do due diligence, you know, a single day. Sure.
All right, and to speak about all this for a moment, I think we mentioned it, job, quality of land, whether to know, and how you get to know that this land is healthy for you want to use it. Sometimes they'll say you land. Sometimes you want to, you know, have land that has no impurities, or so to speak, based on how it has been used. You also need to know whether this is a place where you can set up a structure and then it is firm enough and all that. Are there ways of knowing this that you know, perhaps you'd come with someone who's a land surveyor, if not a land surveyor, someone has the capability to just type that this is land that can be good for tilling, or this is land that's good for setting up a structure and all?
Oh, thank you so much. I think, as I had said earlier, for you to identify a property and go along the process of purchasing it, there are so many people, or there are some who should be involved. Okay. This is my advice to buyers. If I am buying a property today, I first identify the location I want. I go to the place, I visit the place, so that I make sure that the property I'm looking for, I am satisfied. How quick
until you make a transaction, if you were to advise? Because there are instances where you buy, maybe it's not a rainy season, and when it starts raining, it's a flooded area. it's a swampy area, and there's nothing you can do because you've already made that transaction. So first, is it in order to sell land during a rainy season so that you understand that I am getting myself into this, and this is good land that will not flood in the event of rains?
It all depends, but purchasing land should not be so fast.
Oh, yeah.
We say when you are buying a piece of land, it's not like when you are buying a piece of bread. Mm-hmm. You should take your time.
Yes.
You should make sure you visited the place, you are comfortable with the location, then involve the right people. If, for example, I'm a broker today, mm-hmm. and I have identified a piece of land for you, make sure that you come with a surveyor, a qualified surveyor, so that he identifies the property if it's the right location, because I may show you a property here, but then the rightful position is elsewhere. Mm. Number two, make sure that you do due diligence, especially using your advocate, the conveyance advocates. They are very good in that. Maybe it's also good to involve a friend mm-hmm. or a spouse. I've seen cases where one person is purchasing a property without involving the spouse. So they're not aware that something is happening or a transaction is going on. Yeah. So by the time you come to make losses, it's now the time you disclose to your spouse, which now causes a conflict. So make sure that you involve the right people. So by the time you go to have agreements, yeah. and of course the law allows you to pay a period of maybe 20 days. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you pay a deposit. The seller should give you some access so that you see if there is mm-hmm. Another person maybe who is going to come up and claim the same piece of land. Mm. So by the time you are completing the transaction, all the documentation have been done, transfers have been done to you, mm-hmm. and maybe they're into your name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. So your company, Rosam, right?
Correct.
What does it do?
Okay, so Rosam Real Estate is basically a real estate company dealing with both commercial and residential properties. Mm-hmm. So basically what we do, we just enable common wananchi to own property yeah. that would be otherwise unreachable, under the common circumstances, mm-hmm. in this case, with the economy as it is. Yeah. So what we do, we go to the ground, basically identify a beautiful, ideal place mm-hmm. for settlement. Like in this case, we've been working a lot those sides of Kangundo Road at Joska, where the settlement is good. It's ideal for even setting up a homestead. Okay. And we see clients are taking it up very well, because even with the economy, you'd rather be owning your own place okay. as opposed to renting. So we've made that very, very smooth for potential clients.
Okay. All right, that's good. And what about yours? That is, it's called the Golden Chance.
Sure.
It's a golden chance as it is, eh?
It is a golden chance. Okay. Actually, as you hear the word suggest, I have told you that the reason why we started Golden Chance Real Estate is because we lost money to cons.
Yes.
And, it was so painful because we lost and we had to service mm-hmm. alone. Mm-hmm. And we realized that there are so many people who are exposed, who are losing money in different places. So in Golden Chance Real Estate, we have 3 categories of products. Yeah. Basically, we sell property. And according to our categories, we have different customers' demand. For example, there is a customer who is looking for land to settle immediately. Mm-hmm. That is one category. So we sort them. The other category is a client who is purchasing land today yeah. to sell it maybe in future, 5-10 years. Mm-hmm. The third category, we have ventured, and this is our major category, mm-hmm. in places with tourist attractions. For example, we have properties in Diani, we have property along Donyosabuga National Reserve, mm-hmm. we have property in Lake Elementaita. Because these days we have realized that people want to, apart from owning a You want to have a holiday home.
Yeah.
You want to have an Airbnb,
that's true.
so that maybe when you are away somebody, you can rent out your house and make an extra income. That is our major project.
Okay.
But the clients that we have been serving, they are those who either want to settle their home, especially after the COVID season. Many people want to own a home because maybe you are told to lock your children, but where do you lock them? You are in an apartment with 50 children, 100 people. So we settle people who are building their homes right away, or holiday homes, or maybe those who want to prospect and maybe sell after many years. We have properties in Matu, we have properties in Kangundo Road, Mala, Joska, Kirimambogo, Juja Farm, and Roiro.
Well, fair enough. And it can be quite tempting to decide to do things the right way, especially when in the sector. At least this based on what I've heard from specialists therein. But perhaps his would be a good deal because he's experienced the toughness of it, and he decides to set up something for purposes of that. And any projects that are ongoing from your end?
So at the moment we have a project currently running on Kangundo Road. It's called Akiba Court.
Okay.
Last year we were able to do Akiba Court phase 1 and 2.
Okay.
Currently we have phase 3 that we are delivering this month, and that is open is Akiba Court phase 4. This is basically a property that is well situated in terms of investment because of the developments that are coming up on Kangundo Road. Because we are actually touching a new upcoming road. It's called the Greater Eastern Bypass, running from Joska through to Mombasa Road. So we are touching that particular road, and customers are sure even with the guys who are building on site. And a lot have been able to benefit a lot from what we call grantification. This is where basically cheap or polite neighborhoods have been able to get very fast by wealthy people coming in. All right. So you see, you've been living in a polite neighborhood with affordable prices. But then now with new developments such as roads, electricity, water, then you see even guys with more potential or wealthier clients coming in and changing the whole neighborhood. We've seen even like last time Kapu got its bank, bank.
Bank in Joska.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you can imagine since independence, they got a cooperative bank last year. All right, and we've seen even places like Joska. Even guys investing 100 millions, even building malls, right? In places that would otherwise be shunned or put away. So you see, the guys who had invested in such places earlier, before such investments came in, they get to benefit a lot from such gratification of properties.
And that's the whole essence of investing in land. You know, it could be cheap today, you're buying it, but one thing is for sure, in years to come, that land that you've bought certainly appreciate. Setting up structures, if you decide it's for farming, investing, as the specialist would tell you, is not a risky investment. You only need to do your due diligence before you proceed to make that transaction. And finally, you get to own this piece of land, you get to own a home. Samuel Gitari, the last speaker of Rizam Properties, as well as Moses Mbogwanganga, who's the director, Golden Chance Real Estate Limited. Gentlemen, we have to close it at this very point. We only have 1 minute for you to say your contacts in the event that you'd wish for someone to reach.
Thank you so much. Maybe our clients, if you want to reach to us, to our phone or WhatsApp, 0740 027 027. Or you can visit us to our website, www.goldenchancerealestate.com.
On our end, for our clients who want to view our properties, We are located in the CBD at Koinange Street, next to Naivas Lifestyle. We also on social media. We're very active on social media. You're able to see our current projects that are going on. You're able to see even previous projects that we've been able to deliver. And you're always welcome even for site visits. Our site visits are free and usually done every Wednesday and Saturday. But then again, you're able to reach us on 0780 259656.
Gentlemen, thank you.